Hey, good morning, everybody. This is First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Petters. Quick update on our weather today. A cool, breezy, kind of interesting day. It's going to feel like fall and really not summer out there. And you can thank, in part, this weak little system on the coast. And I say weak because this thing probably is not going to get a name. It looked like it was going to become Tropical Storm Irma at some point. Now it doesn't look like it's going to gain tropical characteristics, but there's a low pressure on the coast that is kind of essentially acting like a nor'easter. And what it's doing is the flow around it is producing a pretty strong north and northeast wind across the Carolinas. And because we have clouds, it's keeping temperatures really cool. They're only in the 70s right now, or 60s, excuse me, right now. Possibly only going to make it into the mid 70s if we're lucky. Let me show you the temperatures right now. I'll throw some temperatures out there, and you can see a lot of 60s on the map. So a pretty cool day, and thanks in part to this system moving up the coast. There are some showers back towards the west. These showers are going to stay mainly confined to the mountains and foothills, but there will be a few across the Piedmont as they move off to the east. Quick update on Harvey. Harvey is continuing to kind of sit in almost the exact same spot just off the Galveston coast there, moving to the northeast towards Lake Charles, but now we're getting heavy rain bands moving into New Orleans, flood threat there, and big time flood threat still in southeast Texas and southwest Louisiana as the system moves off to the east. This low will be tracking off to the northeast later today. That'll pull the clouds and the moisture away from us by tonight, but not before we have a pretty cloudy day across the area. The thing we're going to have to watch late this week and into the weekend is the possibility that we could get some of the remnants of Harvey. Believe it or not, with the storm moving up here by Saturday and Sunday, we might see some moisture. If I put the tracks on here real quick, I'm going to turn off all those objects there so you can see this a little bit better. Let me put Harvey on here. Put Harvey's track real quick. And you can see the track of Harvey pushing up here, and by the weekend it's going to be up here to our northwest. So you could see that right there. This is Saturday into Sunday. The low is up there. Now, it's not still a tropical storm, but the remnants would provide some moisture coming up into our region, and certainly something that could play havoc on our forecast for the upcoming weekend. And so let's take a real quick look at the model data on this. And I'll show you the short range model first. This is the NAM, and this will kind of show you how everything's going to progress today. You could see the storm off our coast moving away, kind of a nor'easter. You could see Harvey down there. We'll go out as far as we can into the future. Notice as Harvey moves inland, we start to see a shield of moisture ahead of it, well ahead of it, likely because it's going to get squeezed against a cold front coming up from the northwest. As we go through tomorrow night into Thursday, you could see there's Harvey, but notice the moisture over the Carolinas indirectly. It's not directly associated with Harvey yet. And we'll go even longer range. We'll go through Thursday. So you can see Harvey is right here, but you can kind of see how a front is going to be in here. And we're starting to get that good old squeeze play in there. So let's go even longer out into the future. I guess I don't have all the data for that model yet. We'll go all the way out until Friday. And this is the depiction on Friday. You can see the circulation, what was left of Harvey, but notice this plume of moisture here and a plume of moisture here. So we're not out of the woods just yet for potential for Harvey to have an impact. I'll go into Saturday morning. This is Saturday morning. You can see the circulation with Harvey still to the west, and then we'll go into Saturday afternoon. So right now, Saturday is starting to look a little bit soggier. Something we're going to have to watch Saturday afternoon into Saturday night. We'll go into Sunday morning. The rain starts to move out. It looks like we could have some rain around on and off Sunday as the system, what's left of Harvey, looks like it finally moves out over here. So that's something I'm keeping an eye on as we keep an eye on both Harvey and this little low off the coast. Who would have thought that the low closest to us right now is not going to be as big a player as maybe the Harvey remnants 5 days from now. So I'll keep an eye on it. I'll have complete coverage starting today at 4, 5, and 6 on NBC Charlotte. See you then.